Doing fine.
Pan-African Village. We're staying with Miss Moy and Mr. Len.
Oh, are you? Oh, okay. Because she did tell me she had coming.
Yes. And we've met before. I live here, but my family, after I got my citizenship, everybody wanted to come.
So I have my dog in the house, and this, so I'm not gonna let you
Right.
understand it.
Yeah.
Your daughter.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about your journey. Tell Timmy just to come.
All right. So I'm Karen King. Neelanter.
That's my brother.
Oh, okay.
That's
All
Dr.
right.
Nikesha,
Harold.
podiatrist.
Harold. Okay.
Yes.
Hi, Atete. How are
Say
you?
it again.
Atete Abobone.
Okay. All right. Y'all know I'm not going to remember this.
Right.
Andrea.
This is my medical engineer team. This is a podiatrist, an RN, social worker, massage therapist. That's an engineer. This is a interventional radiology therapist,
Wow.
and I'm a nurse. Yeah.
Wow. So what are you guys going to be doing here in Ghana with all of your skills?
Well, I'm opening a retreat center in Agenda, but everybody is coming to see how they can contribute to Ghana. This is their first visit. I know several of them want to buy land, so we're just looking to see what the Father has for us to do.
Okay. So you all Hebrew Israel?
Just myself and my brother.
All right. Well, shalom. Welcome.
Thank
Wow.
you.
Yes. And tell us a little bit about your journey, because we know that you're here. Some of them have seen your video,
Yeah.
but you're also building.
Yes. Yes. So I've been living here in the Pan-African Village for, oh my goodness, going on 3 years now.
Wow.
Yes. Yes. And when I came, it took a little bit getting used to, but I'm loving it now, being here. And I was hoping I'd have more neighbors by now, but not quite. But they're coming.
Yes.
There's a lot of people I think in phase two. A lot more in phase two. But then after I was here for a while, I partnered with Emmanuel Ochem. He came to me and he wanted to get into, he was already in construction, and he wanted me to partner with him. So we have a company called Africa Bar Construction and Management Services. And we're about 45 minutes away, going out. I don't know if you guys have been to Cancun National Park.
Yeah. I've been.
On that stretch.
We're going this week.
Oh, are you? Okay, so it's right on that stretch. It's like one turn off of that stretch. And so we have a Hebrew Israelite community there, and we also have land and space for anyone else who wants to come. So the first group of people who came were all Israelites, and so that's how we ended up in that community. We also are just starting what we call a small village, where we're going to have round houses with thatch roofs, sort of like when you go to a resort. Yeah, and that's going to be for people who don't want to have a big house, or those who can't afford to. So we're selling those right now for $20,000. Okay. 2 bedroom, 1 bath. And so it's going to be its own village, and it's going to have a community garden, community pool, and so sort of like I said, sort of a resort feel.
Is your house almost finished there?
Yeah,
I know
I
that
should
you're building
be.
another house.
Yes, I'm building supposed to have been a smaller house, but it is smaller, 2 bedroom, and then I'll eventually move there, and this will be a full-time Airbnb for me for my passive income.
Okay, wonderful.
Yeah. And let's see what else about. Oh, we just had a visit from the Great Awakening International Community. I don't know if you saw any of that on YouTube or anything. We did a big concert down at Cape Coast Castle.
Wonderful.
Yeah, they allowed us to close it down.
I read about it because I wasn't able to get here on time. I saw the flyer.
Yeah, it was really, really successful. We fed over 700 people, and we gave them bags of food and all the children, and they put on a concert with a lot of the entertainers, awake entertainers from the U.S., like Morgans. I don't know if you know Morgans, and some of these other people. Yeah, it was really, really great.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so they'll be coming back in July to do it again.
Okay, great, great. That's wonderful.
And so they also are building a computer lab in our community. We talked about that, so we're going to build a computer lab with some of those like 30 computers for in the community and also for the local schools. We've got schools like on either side of us, and where the kids will be able to come. We don't have teachers and things like that. So the Most High is doing a lot.
Yes,
Yeah,
he
he's
is.
doing a lot.
There
It's
are
amazing.
many coming. There are many
Oh
coming.
my goodness, yes.
I'm so encouraged. I mean, even just when we get in our citizenship and just having the 6 people here that I love and
Yeah.
who are willing to come, then they're going to go back and 6 more
share,
are coming,
right.
and then 6
Right.
more. And
Yeah.
just if they spread the news, then we'll have our people here.
Yeah, yeah. There's in Osu, Great Awakening also is building a health center.
Wonderful.
They're building a health center there, and it's
Okay.
almost done, and they're gonna, have fully, like doctors, nurses, everything for that
Wonderful.
Osu community. I think it's near the orphanage there.
Okay.
And they already completed a computer lab there for the orphanage as well.
Wonderful.
So, like I said, people are coming and they're doing the work, they're not just
Do you know what their
coming.
website is?
Um,
The Great Awakening?
yeah, it would be GAI. And I can send it to you.
Okay.
Give me my number. I can send it to you.
Okay, sounds great.
Or you can go to Karen and Donna and see them.
Okay. Sounds great.
Yeah.
Any questions?
Yeah. Any questions?
How do you like it here?
I love it. I will never go back.
Hey, I just went back and I was like, I ain't never coming back here. I said, why would I go, as Martin Luther King said, into a burning building when I have peace here?
Yeah.
My peace was snatched when I was in the U.S. I was
Yeah.
like, I can't do it no more.
I'm going to, go back to see my
y'all.
family, but I would not go back to live.
Right.
So, but the last time I went back for my mom's 90th birthday party.
Wonderful.
And I just, after about a couple of days, I was like, oh, I was like you, I'm losing.
I'll go
I don't
for a
feel
week.
that.
I'll go for a week or 2.
Yeah.
But I gotta come back home.
It's
Yeah.
really different.
Just feel it. Close your eyes and just
So-
feel it.
So, quick question for you.
Yeah.
We know pretty much that the men, when we get sick, we can kind of get by, we recuperate a little bit quicker. But when mother gets sick, when a woman gets sick, it's something very serious.
Sure.
Do you guys have any facilities, health facilities for women? And what does that entail as far as in the age group from, young girls all the way to the elders?
Yeah, right now, if you're talking about like in the community,
Like a women's clinic?
yeah, no, not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. We've only been building in Jaquar for like 2 years.
Okay.
So we're
Who are
just
you
getting
using
started.
as a doctor when you're here?
Oh, so yes, I have a doctor. I
Okay.
have Dr. Patience is her name.
Is it the same doctor as Queen Moy?
Yes.
Okay, she's supposed to be coming to talk to us.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, good, because I've had that question back from some of the
Yes,
people that I know, and they
Okay.
want to make sure that health is a
Someplace-
right.
The health, I've had to go, I fell and hurt my back, so I had to go to the clinic for that, and then I had to go for another procedure. And I have nothing but great things to say. I had no issue. I didn't have to wait long, like sometimes if you go to the clinic, in the States, you wait for hours or whatever. You get a health card
Okay.
when you come here. I don't know if they talk to you about that.
No.
You can get a
Tell
health
me about
card.
the health
You don't
cards.
even have to have your a residency. You
Okay.
have your Ghana card and you
Yeah,
can
and
get your
then
health
you
card.
get your health insurance is very important here.
Yeah.
Recently, I thought people always talk about not being valid and they will still ask you to pay and all that. So one of my workers, was knocked down and he eventually passed away. But before they did the grafting and shaving because they wanted to, get some skin for the legs and all that. And the fee was running into almost 6,000 Ghana cedis. That's almost like more. Is it five?
About five.
About $3,000
Yeah,
or something. Yes, something like that. So we were struggling, and then the administrator said to us, "You see," and he brought a sheet of paper. He said, "Like the boy have a health insurance. This would have covered. This would have covered. He would have paid something like 1,500 Ghana cedis."
Yeah.
That's when I realized national health is very important.
Yeah.
And it's
Also,
like
like
30
get
cities
temperature.
or 40 cities to make the cut. That was all.
Okay.
Yes.
And
Okay, no,
with
we
the
need to
Ghana
look into
card, you get discounts on it.
Yeah.
Like when I went for my back, I didn't even have to pay anything.
Mm-hmm.
When I went for that, I did. They did an X-ray. I paid for that, but for the actual service, I didn't have. And
Which
then I-
hospital did you go to?
Cape Coast.
Teaching hospital.
Yeah.
Um,
And also you don't need prescriptions to get medicine.
Oh, yes, that's what we,
Awesome.
Nice.
yes,
As far as in education, people with children from the age K through 12, is there an educational facility now that they can go to, for the diaspora? Because, the technology
Yeah,
is a little more in advance.
Yeah, it's much more advanced in the U.S. They do have private schools here.
Mhm.
I have not, because I don't have my kids here, so I don't know a lot about that.
Okay.
But I do know one young lady, she's here with her 2 small children, and she just went yesterday to talk to some people about enrolling in private school.
Okay.
If you guys really want to know, I can find out from her.
That would be great.
Yeah.
That would be great because I have young kids
Yeah.
and
Okay.
I'm buying
Yeah, I
land,
do
so
too. Yeah.
those are the questions I ask. I'm definitely asking.
A lot of the people I know who have kids homeschool.
Okay.
They homeschool, yeah, they
And,
homeschool.
and they
Okay.
do like Lincoln International School for the Americans. Very expensive. Yeah.
Right.
The
Very
German
expensive.
school there's a lot of Ghana International School. They have a quite expensive
It's like
international schools
Oakwood
here.
Academy.
Yeah, they do all the courses, the US courses, and actually that's where the ambassadors, their kids and all that, yeah, expert.
Okay.
Very
So,
expensive international
okay.
schools here.
So, as far as in with the education and everything, there are gonna be people that come. They're not gonna be able to afford private schools, and there are gonna be parents that is not as educated to try to and that feel to try to educate them.
Yeah.
So that may be something that we can look into, or those are options. Because
Some of the
people.
people coming with Great Awakening are teachers, and they're already talking about, having a school that they would charge little to nothing for people to.
Is that in the Cape Coast area?
Out there where I'm
Wonderful.
Awesome.
So,
I'm sorry, go ahead. May I ask, is there any obstacle that you can say that coming from America as a child of the diaspora, coming here to Ghana, that would be the greatest obstacle that's overcome?
the culture, just the difference of the culture.
Yeah.
We're used to being able to say what we want to do. It's just different here. It doesn't take that long to get acclimated, but say like the police barriers, you get stopped, and we don't like that. But we're just like, what are you stopping me for?
And they will
Yeah.
start.
That's just
it would
our
make
nature.
it worse.
Yeah. And so I had to learn to just be a little bit more patient. That's the other thing that I had to learn, patience. You go to a restaurant and you're not going to be served instantly. I was
Relax.
fast food, everything right
Your
away.
biggest challenge.
I would tell my daughters when they come, take a snack with you for lunch,
Yeah.
so that if you get hungry, because
I
lunch
see.
is going to take a while. And so now I'm used to it. I would go to the beach, sit on the beach, waiting for my food, getting in all frustrated. This don't make sense. Taking all this time. We need to go somewhere. All of that. And then after a while, I just said, you know what? Look at this beautiful ocean in front of you. This wonderful breeze. Instead of just enjoying it, you are sitting here complaining. So that's something you have to adjust to.
And back to the police stop, let's get some clarity on that,
Yeah.
because we don't want our diasporans to think that it's more of the same that's happening in America. So
Oh.
can you give us a little more details on that?
Yes. They have checkpoints, and so they stop. They make sure that you're not bringing something that you shouldn't bring, or just want to know where you're going. Just sometimes they introduce themselves, or sometimes they want a little change. They try to get you to give them something in their hand. But they're not angry. They're not violent. They're not very aggressive. Like in the States, and you do not have to fear that they're going to take out a weapon or anything like that.
I just
None
give
of
them
that.
20 CDs. I'm like, peace out. I live in a agendum and in a Sable. I said, I live here now. I am a dual citizen. I said, please, here, take this. I said, thank you for your job. I had to come in my feminine energy, which I'm a little, from New York, I'm a little, I fought a couple of times and I was like, no, sister. So I had to get in my feminine energy and say, police officer, why? You just have to act, Get
Yeah.
into your feminine
Yeah.
energy. If you watch these ladies walking around here, they are ladies.
Yes.
And so we got to leave that male energy at home
Exactly.
and come in your feminine energy.
And another thing I do is I keep like some drinks or some
Little
snacks
gifts
in the car. And sometimes if I look like they've been out there all day, I'll say, look, I got a case of water in the back. Why don't you just take it? So you develop a rapport with them, and then they never.
And then if
they
you
stopped
need
me
them.
one day. I was in another car, and then when I put the window down, they were like, "Oh, mommy, sorry, mommy," and they were like, "Go," because
Yeah, and I noticed that when we were riding, some people were, they stopped, but then there were some that sort of gave like the wave.
yeah.
What is that about?
I think it just means that they know you. They
Okay.
know who you are.
Okay,
So-
awesome.
And you've probably already paid. At some point in time.
One more question as far as the medicine is concerned. Is there anything you can think of that you would have to go to the States for that you cannot find here as far as medicine or health care is concerned?
Not that I know of, but fortunately I'm pretty healthy, so I'm not on any kind of medication. So
Awesome.
I can't say.
Was that the
Um,
same in the U.S.?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes. Yes, but I'm aging backwards over here.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you
I
are.
love it here.
Miss Karen, how much will this organic pawpaw cost in the States?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
that a papaya?
Yeah, look at all
It
that.
is.
You see?
Yeah.
It's a blessing.
Yes, and my guy Possible that's here with me,
Yeah.
he just tossed some seeds out there, and then all of a sudden I
In
got,
the stones, and you can see.
yeah, all those trees. I had watermelon too, but we had to take some of them up. They got infected
see?
by bugs. But,
Mhm.
yeah, and we just tossed the seeds. Don't
In the-
in the dirt. I mean, in the rocks. And I had 9 watermelons that came up.
Wow. Any problems with snakes on your property?
When I first came, yes, yes. I never really saw it, but one time it was one out there. But Possible would, tell me later that he saw
He killed something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now I have a dog, so my dog will.
Your papaya looks like a watermelon.
Yes,
Isn't
that's
it?
big.
Don't let it
That's
fall.
gorgeous.
Oh,
No, he'll get it.
Yeah.
We had one last week,
That's
and it was about this big.
Wow.
Yeah.
Another question,
Sure.
because this is something I've been doing since I was 33 years old. I'm 46 now, but the Lord had awakened me that we are the true Hebrews.
Yes.
And many other brothers and sisters that are here are awakened. But what will you say to the brothers and sisters that's back at home?
Yeah.
They got the preachers, the little false prophets. They're not preaching about the scriptures because it's about us.
Yeah.
What would you say to them to get them over here?
Well, I think I would say that just come and then talk to some of the locals, because even the locals know that they're Israelites. A whole lot of them do. And there's a lot of what do you call it? History, or what did you call it when you talk about the tradition, but oral tradition.
Yeah.
There's a lot of oral tradition. People will talk to you about it, and they'll say, I've had so many people say, well, yeah, you know our history. We came from Egypt and
Yeah.
onto this land in the Sable. So I think if they come and they will see even the Christian belief, they'll see how things are done here so much according to the Bible, the way they do
Wonderful.
things here. So I think they'll realize that. All you gotta do is read your Bible with your eyes open and not with the mindset of the colonizers and Christianity. Just read it for yourself.
Read the
Wonderful.
Hebrew
Miss Karen.
Bible, the
Miss Karen.
Sephar. Yeah,
Lastly,
the
because I want them
Apocryphal
to, because they also here to look around in terms of property, can you give us a rough estimate of how much you totally spent? If even you are not going to be specific, roughly how much with your entire property?
This
Yeah.
property here,
How
Yeah.
many rooms?
I have 4 bedrooms
Okay.
and 4 bathrooms. Each room has its own bath. And this is about a little over 2,000 square feet. And it's, one level, of course. I got the 2 doors, 3 bedrooms down that side. I let people come when they want to come and stay. And when I first started building this house, it was $70,000.
$70,000.
It quickly increased, over time, because people, if you don't, I think the way we did it, we didn't really have like an architect to map it all out for us and give us the true value. So I had to, pay more And then I had some challenges with it when I moved in. So I'd say roughly 90,000.
You see?
Yeah, for
90,000.
a bedroom here. Now, you know, houses and everything has increased. You know, so 4-bedroom house like this now probably run you around 100, I think. Yeah, probably run you around 100 for everything, including the fence wall, the security, all of that. Yeah.
Thank you so
You
much,
see?
Miss Karen.